Hey, what's going on, vapors and vapettes? So, tonight, as promised, I am going to show you how to build a simple coil. We are actually going to tear apart my infamous Plume Veil, and we're going to wrap two new coils to place inside it. It's running at a 0.37 right now, according to my ohm meter. Still hitting pretty good. But before we do that, I found something in my room today that I want to talk to you all about. I guess I kind of have a soft spot for vaping, since, it is my hobby now and has a lot to do with my life. So, I have a habit of not throwing anything away. This was my very first smoke set. It was the Kago. But inside, that's not a Kago. I forgot I had most of this. Let's see. We have. Oh. Alright, this tells you now. Okay, on my Z-Max, I have the iClear 30. Well, back in the day, we had iClear 16. Horrible tank. These things leaked. The wicks were so long, they went all the way down your tank. Horrible. Let's see, I also have, oh lovely, I have a Vivinova tank. Yeah, those were a lot of fun too. But the oldest thing I have, I'm not sure, my subscribers, I'm not sure exactly how old you all are or what you remember, but do any of you remember this? Yeah, I even still have the beauty sleeve. Actually, real quick, I'm not going to use the beauty sleeve, but just to take it back to the day. Still frying like a beast. Let's see, I think I still have. No, that was not good. I still have one brand new tip. So real quick, we're gonna throw a little bit of high VG fluid on there. We'll throw some melon ball. That's what I'm using in my RDA, so. Alright, I don't want to suck all that VG down my throat. Wow. Can you believe we actually used to smoke off these? It's nothing like an RDA now. It's nothing like an Enjoy or anything now. That was back in the day. Wow. Yeah, I found that earlier and it took me back. I figure maybe you guys would get a kick out of that. I'll throw that back over here for now. I'll put my battery back up here. Alright. So because I'm still having to use my desktop cam right now, I have set up my little tray. This is my coil tray. I got everything I need on here. I have my own meter. I've got my screwdrivers. I've got needle nose, wire snips, flathead toothless pliers. They wonder for straightening out your wire. And then tonight, I only have a little bit of 26 left, and most of the shops here seem to be out of Kanthal for some reason. So instead of wasting the last of my 26, we're going to build on a 28. I'm not going to use that 30 right now. That's still... Oh, I love the clouds. Alright, so let's go ahead. Take that Plume Veil off there. Now, I don't have one of the fancy little stands with all little holes for your RDAs and stuff. I've got my beauty sleeve. Yep, my little skirt. I sit down on my stand, put my RDA on top of it. Now, while we're doing that, I'm going to throw my battery in the charge for a few minutes. Oh. Oh, it's not bad. Barely did at all. Alright. So, let me grab my little... I know this is going to be kind of hard to watch, so we're going to try to do this the best we can for now. Alright, we're going to tear this bad boy apart. Drip tip. Then we are going to take a screwdriver, pop it down, take the build deck out. Alright, my Phillips head. Loosen up these screws. We're not going to take them all the way out. They don't need to. One and two. Boom. Look at that. I still love that center post. I love that block. The fact that it has two positive holes in it. And then my coils, no, I didn't just throw them on my stand. I have a little medicine cup. When I'm doing my builds and stuff, I just throw it in there for now. Alright, now we're going to set the base back in our little beauty sleeve. Alright, now, I'm not sure what you guys use to wrap your wire, if you guys use a jig, or if you guys buy your coils pre-wrapped. I wrap my own using a 0.8 millimeter screwdriver. I was using a 1.2 millimeter, but kind of broke on me. So instead of going up, I went down. Now we're going to take and we're going to unwrap a piece of this Kanthal, if I can find the end of it. Anything over 26 is such a pain to work with. It's so flimsy and small. Alright, now that we found the end, we're going to take off a piece probably about about 6 inches maybe. Snip. We're going to draw off another piece just as long. And snip. Throw the wire back down on our tray. Now we have 2 pieces of 28 gauge Kanthal. Alright, we are going to take our first piece, straighten it out. That's what I use the flat pliers for. But with it being 28, it's so flexible you don't need them. Alright, we're going to take our screwdriver. We're going to place the wire on this screwdriver. Place our thumb on top of the wire. And then we're going to take, and we're going to wrap it around. See that little lip? The little lip on the screwdriver, we're going to wrap it right around that. And then we're going to do 6 wraps as tight as we can. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, now you can take and you can compress it a little bit. And take that lead, that first lead you're holding on the screwdriver, and take it, bring it straighten her out. Press it a little bit more. Alright, and I'm going to take and I'm going to snip this off. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer than the other one. You should end up with this nice little coil. Nice little tight wrap. Get your 2 leads facing the same direction. Now, we're going to go ahead and take that off the screwdriver. Set it right here on my desk. Then we're going to go to the second piece of 28 gauge wire, and we're going to do the same exact thing, 6 wraps, right around that little cuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Press it down. Oh, and I just broke my screwdriver. So, we're just going to use it now anyways. Looks like I'll be buying a new screwdriver set today. Yeah. Alright, compress it down. Alright. Grab my flat pliers and fix these leads. Once again, we're going to snip the extra Kanthal. And voila. Second coil. It's not hard, guys. Now, this is the fun part. For this part, I'm going to set my coil building tray right over here. Right off to the side. So I can get right up in your face. See this, son? Alright. Now, we're going to take... Alright, first we're going to take the longer lead, and we're going to slide it right through the negative post. If I can do that from this direction. Let me see if I can change up here. Alright, right through that negative post. And then we're going to do this one through the furthest side of the positive post. We're going to get right up on there. So it should look something like that. We'll straighten it out and we'll tighten it up once we get it locked down. You want it about midway through your grip well. Other screwdriver. Alright, so about like that. Tighten down that negative. Don't tighten it too tight because with this 28 gauge wire, it will snap easy. So you just want to tighten it down hand tight. Don't put no extra force behind it. Get that lined up. Alright, now wire cooperate. Tighten down that positive post. Now, since my screwdriver broke, back to the needle nose, we're going to tighten that coil up a little bit while it's still in there. Alright, and we're going to make sure that's tightened down. Make sure it's tightened down. Alright. Now we have our first coil right there in place. Alright, pull the screwdriver head out. Like it does a whole lot of good now. Now what I like to do is I will take the leads. Now the one on the positive post, I'll bend it straight up. That way it's out of the way when I try to put my second coil in. See, just like so. And then my negative, I'll just bend off to the opposite side so it's sticking out. Now, somehow, I'm going to miraculously get this screwdriver head. We're going to put it back in that coil. Now, second coil. Slide it right back on there. Slide up to the needle nose, tighten down a little bit. Where'd my flatheads go? That lead right here wants to bind up. There we go. Alright, now we're going to do the same exact thing we did on the other side. To the negative post and then to the positive. Alright, through the negative. Got it. And then to the furthest positive. If this will cooperate, get in the hole. There we go. Alright, we'll get that centered up on the deck. Tighten down that negative. Remember, don't tighten too tight. A 28 gauge wire will snap quick and then you'll have to redo your whole coil. Tighten down that positive. And it should look like this. You have one coil in the top in the center, one coil in the bottom in the center. We'll just remove our screwdriver. Well, my screwdriver head. Actually, let me put that back in there. Let's straighten it out a little bit more. Get it a little more centered. There we go. Now we slide that screwdriver head out. We are going to make sure all your screws are hand tightened. You don't want none of them coming loose because you'll lose your connection when we go to fire it up. Alright, now we need to take our wire snips and snip those leads. You want to get them as close to the base of blockage you can. Alright, I'm going to positive. Alright, I should go show you guys this. Alright, negative. Just take that off. Now our other negative that we bent back, we can bend it forward. And snip. Our positive that we bent up. Take that bad boy off too. And then you should have this as the final piece. You have dual 28-gauge 6-wrap coils. We are going to throw this bad boy back on the Nemesis mod. Now, I already had a battery on it, so oh look, they're both at 4.2. So we're going to pop both off just because I don't like leaving batteries on them with full charged. Alright, let's do that. I'm actually going to put in my IMR, 35 amp. Positive up like always. Turn that bad boy on, let's see what we got. Oh yeah. We'll just take our needle nose and we'll tighten those up. Give them a quick squeeze. Yeah, be careful when you squeeze them because like I said, that 28 is 28 gauge. It's not 26 like I'm used to. So I try not to crush my coils. A little bit of squeeze. Hold it. Try to a little bit out. There we go. Alright. Then you should be able to yeah, one's glowing better than the other. That means that one needs to be adjusted. Yeah, that one needs to be bent down a bit. Sometimes you can just take your screwdriver and just make sure your screws are tight. That could right there, that could make one glow quicker than the other. A screw come loose. There we go, look at that. Look at those bad boys glow. That's nice. Alright. I'm going to throw the lock ring on this. We're not worry about taking it back off the battery. Now we gotta wick these up. With these nano coils, or macro coils, excuse me, they are a pain in the ass to wick. I know Japanese cotton is a big thing right now, but not my style. I use good old-fashioned CVS brand rolled cotton. It's latex-free, pure cotton. It comes in a giant roll wrapped in paper. I just cut a big chunk off and I'll put a piece in my box, put a piece in my emergency kit, and then I'll keep the other right in the box. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit, because you have 2 macro coils, so we're not running anything super special where you need tons of cotton. Alright, we're going to take this cotton, we're going to rip it in 2. Now we're going to take it and we're going to stretch this cotton out a little bit. Don't pull too hard, you'll tear it apart. But you know that it has to go through that coil. So any clumpy parts, you might want to give a little tug. I'm actually going to tear that off. I won't need all that. Alright. Wrap it up a little bit. Gotta get that end to where it'll go through that coil. Right there. Now, make sure that coil's cooled off. Fix that tip a little bit. There we go. Alright now. Alright. We're going to go in from the back side. And we have to get it through just center of that coil. Like so. And once you get that little end through, you can grab a hold of it. Your best bet when you're doing it is to twist while you're pulling. Here we go. And we are through on one side. Adjust that coil back and pull it all the way a little bit. There we go. Alright, we're going to leave it just like that. Snip it off just past the base. Yeah, I had scissors over here, so. Alright, so you're done, it should look like that. Now you do the same exact thing to the other side. I'm going to do it off camera because I don't think you guys need to watch me try to put it through the hole again. It's kind of embarrassing. You guys are all so judgmental. Alright, wrap it up. Twist, twist, twist. Alright, we're going to go through the back side. Grab a hold. If you twist as you're pulling, you'll get less resistance and you're less likely to tear your coils out. Alright. Just adjust this coil a little bit again. Alright, we should be good here. Just gonna snip off that extra cotton again. And just like that. Yeah. Now, fluff it out a little bit. There we go. Alright, now what you want to do is this. Is you want to take your cotton. So I can do this without looking. You want to grab it, you want to flip it up, up, forward, and then under. You gotta do the same thing with the other side. Up, forward, and then under. Uncover the front of that coil. Alright, same thing on the other side. A little up, forward, and under. A little up, forward, under. There we go, see that wasn't so hard. And now, let's take it off of here. We'll throw it on the ohmmeter real quick. See what we're reading at. Let's see here. Oh, we're running at a 0.54. That's not too great. But with 28 gauge wire, if it was 26, we'd be running probably about a 0.25, 0.3. But we are running 28 this time. Which 0.54, that's not bad. I hear people bragging all the time, oh, I got a 0.4, I got a 0.4. I do 0.25 all the time. Alright, we're done with the odometer. Throw it back on our mod. Throw some juice on it. Let's see how she vapes. Coffee time. Alright, let's see. We'll use. I'm trying not to use this because it's the last of it, but since I love you guys, I'll let you use it. This is the last of my CRFT's gravel pit. Remember how much I like that one. Alright, now, when you're doing this, you want to get, where are you at? There you are. Make sure you get the ends of your wick real well. Right on top of the coil as well. Just soak that coil. Because you have to make sure every bit of that wick is soaked, or else you'll end up like I did the other day and your RDA will catch on fire. Oh, there you go. Started to roll off the edge. Can't be wasting my craft. Alright, I think she's pretty well. I'll throw a little bit more there just to be safe. Now if you see any super white spots, those are the dry spots. Alright, now that we have our wick in there, we have our coils in there, we have our wick. Let's throw our top cap back on there. Our whiteboard drip tip. Unlocked out. Look at it. I love that locking pin, man. Look at that. That lock ring is so simple. I love it because I have fat fingers. I got big ass hands. I have big ass fingers. So. Alright, let's see what you got. I'd say we nailed it, guys. Put a little bit more juice on there, just because it's fresh cotton. Alright, about 5 drops, 6 drops, right down the center of my whiteboard. Alright, ready? Let's see what we can do. I better call the fire marshal. We smoking this bitch. Alright. Anyways, there you guys go. You just built a dual coil build on your RDA. Dual 28 gauge, 6 wrap. It's glowing at a 0.54, but that's pretty good for 28 gauge. The higher you up in gauge, the thinner it gets, of course, the less surface area you're covering of the cotton. So less surface area, less being burnt up, less vape you get, of course. It's just common sense. But we actually did a lot better than I thought. That is actually a really good job. For such a quick coil build, not taking our time, trying to show you guys on a desktop cam, so I can't even see what the hell I'm doing. I'm not like everybody else. I can't just stare down at my desk and do it. No. So, I'm proud of you guys. We made it through our first coil build. And we're getting some pretty beastly clouds for our first coil build, guys. I gotta give it to you. So, all we used was, we used our needle nose pliers, our wire snip, our 28 gauge Kanthal, what was left of the screwdriver after it decided to snap on us. It kind of screwed up considering I just showed you guys my last one that broke on me. It broke on me during a build as well. I guess I got a cheapy set of screwdrivers, so well. Still better than little magic blue ones. Now, the 30 gauge. Where's the end of this thing? Right there. I don't know if you guys ever saw how thin 30 gauge is, but you don't even need wire snips with it. Like, you can literally just like pretty much break it with your hand. That is 30 gauge. There is nothing to that. Yeah, that's 30. It is so thin. It's like trying to take a piano wire or I don't even know. It's like taking a metal piece of thread and trying to build a coil with it. It's a pain in the ass. Get it back in the spool. Don't need it all over the place. Alright, so you guys successfully made it through your first coil build. Congratulations. Now, keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the quicker you can get, the better you can get. I'm sure if we would have messed around with those coils for a little while, we could have got them down to a 0.3. No doubt. But this was a tutorial. This wasn't a master's quest. Also, now that we have our coil build, I told you guys that since yesterday was Christmas and I was in the vape spirit, that we were going to go ahead and do a giveaway. So, from between now and New Year's, so between now and the first of the year, one lucky subscriber is going to be getting a Tobeco Hobo. Yes, it is black. I bought it myself. I have one for myself. That's right here. It too has, I'm not going to open up your box, so whoever wins can have their fresh box. If I can pop that out. There we go. Take this apart, I'll show you. Now I already have a build on this one, but there's your posts on this one as well. It also has the positive block. So you'll still have your 2 positive, your 2 negative, and you can do another build. Now actually on the Hobo though, see there's threads down at the bottom. This bottom cap actually goes over your coils, and when it wants to, it screws in the bottom. There we go. And it has an O-ring down there, rubber O-ring, and it creates a seal. So that whole bottom sleeve right there is now your drip well. That's a pretty damn good sized drip well, guys. I'm guessing that's probably about 3 millimeters deep. So it's a damn good drip well. And of course you got your top cap. Boom. So it doesn't come with a drip tip. Most RTAs don't. That sucks. But because I'm V and you guys are vaping with me, I'm gonna throw a drip tip in there with you as well. I'm not sure which drip tip yet. I'll have to look and see what I have. But I know I have a bunch of drip tips. So now the rules of this giveaway. Of course, you guys know that it lets me know every time my page is shared. to win this contest, you must comment on this video. Okay, that's first off. I want your comment, just to let me know you actually watched it. Second, the second thing I need, I want a message saying that you shared. Share the love. Let's show everybody how to build a coil. Let's let everybody know how gravel pit or melon ball or nocturnal vape. Let's let them all know how it is. Spread the V. That sounds so bad. Anyways, alright, so you need to comment on this video for one. Comment. 2, share. And I will know if you shared or not because it does notify me every time my page is shared. 3 little things. You have to be a subscriber to my channel. That's just how it is because I don't want just anybody coming by and claiming your guys' prize. So, on New Year's, right before the ball drops, I will notify you guys who won. I will post a video that night. So, whoever wins, so technically December 31st, that night somebody will be a lucky winner. So they will start off the new year knowing that they have vape mail from V. That's an honor. I don't just vape mail anybody. Alright, but they'll have vape mail from V, and it will be a Tobeco Hobo. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Not as spiffy as our build is, but it has the same basics as the Plume Veil. It has the center post, has the center positive block with 2 holes. So it's another chance for you to practice your build some more. How about this? I'll even make it sweeter for you. I will not only throw in the RDA and the drip tip, I will also throw in Kanthal, cotton, and a bottle of juice. That is everything you need to build this RDA and get you started for yourself. It seems like a pretty sweet deal to me. All you have to do is subscribe to me, share my page, and comment some love. That's all you gotta do. You have 5 more days to do it now. That's 5 days. You know how many times I've tried to post this video in 5 days? I will share my video on my own more times in a day than you guys are being required to in 5 days. And I will personally be, well, what we'll do is everybody that does share, everybody that does comment and subscribe, because I'm sure hopefully there's going to be more than one, your names will all be put into a video raffle. I will do it all right on my video. I'll put all your names in the bucket and I will draw. That way it's fair. Everybody saw it. I'm not just picking someone because they like the same sports team, we have the same hobbies. No. Everyone needs a chance. So there you go. That's about it, vapors and vapettes. You now know how to build a 0.54 coil. That's pretty fucking spiffy. Not everybody can do that. Then you can go bragging around. Oh, guess what I did? Alright, so don't forget, comment, subscribe, share. Say it with me now. Comment, subscribe, share. Good job. Alright, so until next time, let's keep those clouds rolling. And now that you know how to build, you get your own clouds.